International is another one I can lower my average price on. Ticker symbol is CRDA. It's based in the United Kingdom. Currently costs £42.68 per share. It's a biotech company. Pays 2 dividends per year with a current dividend yield of 2.5%. And the last 2 dividends were for 47 pence and 61 pence per share. Has a current dividend payout ratio of about 77%. I'm going to put €15 into it today just to bring my average price down. I started my position in Croda International on the 21st of June of 2021 and I'm about 30% down at the moment. So Croda International is a consumer care company and the segments of the business are consumer care, life sciences and industrial specialties. And it's focused on high value niches in the markets of skin care, hair care, solar protection, fabric and surface care and fragrances. It also provides healthcare solutions and home care solutions. It's a big enough company. It has close to 6,000 employees. The current value of CRDA stock as decided by the stock market is £5.97 billion. Its price to earnings ratio is 18.8, which is below the industry average of 22.1. So according to that metric, it's at a good price at the moment. Croda International's current revenue is £2 billion. It has an earnings per share of £2.30 and a current dividend yield of 2.5%. So as you all probably know, the UK has been hit pretty hard over the last couple of years, and you can see the difference in the annual income statement compared to the quarterly one. The annual statement has a profit margin of 30%, but over the last quarter that has dropped down to a 10% profit margin. Still in profit, but quite a big decrease. On the plus side, their debt to assets ratio over the last year is 33%, and over the last quarter is slightly higher, 34%. And the annual cash flow from operating is £308 million. From investing is £424 million, and from financing is negative £552 million. So it's had a pretty rough year, as you can see. Although things have been growing quite nicely since about 2010, then the lockdown in 2020 hardly even made a dent. It then absolutely exploded in price. The highest it hit was £72.70 per share, and it's now fallen back down to £42. The lowest share price that Croda International has had over the last year is £40.18. So although we haven't hit that yet, it is on its way down to it, I think. I can see it falling a lot more. But as usual, what do I know? I can only guess. But if you are planning on investing big, I would probably wait a little while to see how it plays out. The furthest that this graph goes back to is 1988, but the company was founded in 1925. And like most stocks in the United Kingdom, it pays 2 dividends per year, but I have seen a few specials as I scroll down through it. The last special dividend they paid was in 2019. It was for £1.15 per share on top of the regular 2 dividends. But it's a little bit of a roller coaster going up and down, but as time goes on, they have been raising it. But at the moment, they do have to turn their earnings around if they want to continue to do so. What I could see from a little bit of digging around is that Croda knows that their profits are going to be low. They've announced publicly that their profits are going to be low as well. And they've also made statements about reducing the amount of stock that they have. And for anybody invested in a company, that's never really a good thing. So hopefully it's a 1 step back to go 2 steps forward kind of thing. But based on their low debt, and also the fact that oftentimes when a stock spikes up like this, it does tend to crash down quite hard. Now, not 100% of the time, but there's often euphoria around products or stocks or companies, and then all of a sudden things can come crashing down. But it's not a particularly exciting one. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm also not too excited about it. So I think a handy €15 into it would be good. My average price is £61.89, so I've dropped quite a bit from where I got in. And as with any other stock or ETF or bond in this portfolio, I want to get it to the €100 mark as fast as possible, and then I can worry about it a little bit less. So to wrap it up, Croda International stock, ticker symbol CRDA, costs £42.68 per share, pays 2 dividends per year. The previous 2 were for 47 pence and 61 pence per share. It has a current dividend yield of 2.5%. It's a biotechnology company based in the United Kingdom. Has a 77% dividend payout ratio, which is how much of their profits that they're paying out as a dividend to shareholders. The profit margin over the last quarter was 10% and over the last year was 30%. And their debt to assets over the last quarter and the last year is about 34%. So that's about it. And let me know what you think about Croda International stock.